Hello everyone and welcome to the United States. We are racing here in the States for the first time since season 1 as the lights are turning yellow, getting ready for the green light. And the lights are out and we are underway. That was a relatively slow lights change, but Stealthy is currently leading, or Dennis. Dominic is there as well, same thing with Aggie. Dennis' teammate ASM looking to charge on as well. Wolven's got a good start. I don't know, sure if that's Wolven or Aluminio. But Dennis leads, and Hanzo has crashed already. He's only gone by like 2 corners. And he just crashed. Maybe it was some sort of glitch, not sure. But crashes off turn 2. As we are now in the infield section of the circuit, and Stealthy under pressure from Dominic, and we're gonna see if that's gonna be a safety car because so far has not been called yet. And the 2 Alfa Romeos look like they're fighting for position as Stealthy is in the lead, Dominic in second, Wolven King. Not sure if he's just dropped back a bit. And we see now as we're going to complete lap 2. And that's Aggie. He doesn't have a front wing. Oh, and he's dropped to the... looks like to the back of the running order. As we see Jamal go by, he couldn't set the fastest lap. And Dennis and Stealthy fighting for the lead off of turn 2. Approaching this small right-hander. Now to this tight right-hander here. And Dennis takes the lead of the United States Grand Prix. As we were on board a bit with Stealthy. And he's dropped back. And now Dennis is leading for Alfa Romeo. It's going to be a good thing for Alfa Romeo. They're trying to get out of relegation. They are currently 8th in the Constructors at the moment. And they want to make something up of these last 4 rounds. And Stealthy, a snap of the rear, is going to cost him even more time. Here comes Stealthy and Dennis fighting for the lead off of the front straightaway. Here they go, approaching turn 1 now. On board with Dennis. He's dropped a little bit back off of Stealthy, headed towards the start-finish straight. Now ending this bank turn 1. Approaching turn 2, which is this tight hairpin here. Stealthy goes wide. Dennis takes advantage of it. And it looks like he'll come out with the lead. Yes, he has. And let's see, approaching this nice right-hander. Flick left and then another flick right onto the infield. And they are still close together, side by side throughout this straight. There's a small left-hander coming by. It looks like Dennis may hang on. Or has he? No! He snapped the rear of the car. And Stealthy looks to be back in front of the U.S. Grand Prix. Nice fighting, nice race driving between these 2 guys right here. 2 fellow Dutchmen currently fighting for championship. The Drivers' Championship. And since Dom left, for whatever reason, as we approach this fast chicane onto the back straightaway, headed approaching towards turn 20. Stealthy is still in the lead. And Dennis, as we see a battle between Pump and Jamal. And Dennis back in front. Back in front is Dennis for Alfa Romeo. Approaching the front straightaway now. And Dennis is going to be leading this race on board with Stealthy. And we got to see how it is. He's much closer to Dennis than Dennis was to him when he was trailing the previous lap. Approaching turn 2 now. This is where Stealthy made a mistake. And Stealthy cannot get ahead of him, cannot go side by side with him. Dennis is going to retain the lead for now. Approaching this section of the track, back to the infield. And Stealthy does not want to give up this battle right here. Stealthy and Dennis are fighting everything they got. They're fighting for the championship lead, the potential championship lead, as those two are up front, and they are a long ways ahead of everyone else. And Stealthy looks like he made a mistake. He's onto the grass. Stealthy went onto the grass. He's going to lose more time behind Dennis right there. For whatever reason, AS7 of the Alfa Romeo has left. He is going to drop back. That's no points for him today, as we're going to come, as this battle is coming back alive for the lead. Dennis and Stealthy, as Pump heads into the pits now. He's one of the first cars to approach the pits. Elvis is going to follow him in. We got to head back to the battle between Stealthy and Dennis. And Dennis retakes the lead of the U.S. Grand Prix. And as Pump and Elvis are exiting the pits now, as Pump is ahead of Elvis, and Dennis into the grass. Will Stealthy be able to catch him? Dennis still looks to be ahead, but Stealthy is right on the rear wing of that Alfa Romeo. Approaching this section of track, and Dennis onto the gravel. That's gonna help Stealthy even more. And it looks like Dennis may have made a mistake. Approaching the chicane to the back straightaway, approaching the bank, turn 20. They are side by side. Here we go, approaching, exiting this fast banking onto this little section right here to complete the lap. And Stealthy, oh, he's not even going to fight for it. Stealthy is pitting. Stealthy is going to attempt the undercut on board with him. We got to see which tires he goes on to. As Stealthy stops his car now, and he's going to go on to the medium tires. Keep in mind, JZ50 is crossing the line now. He could get ahead of Stealthy, and he has. JZ50 ahead of Stealthy. And this is going to prove crucial. Dennis now headed towards the final 3 corners of the track. And he is peeling into the pits now. He's going to make his pit stop. On board with him. This could prove crucial because when Stealthy had pitted, he was right behind Dennis. Let's see where these guys will end up in. Stealthy is going to cross the line now. It looks like Stealthy could get ahead. Stealthy is ahead of Dennis. And that is the lead back again to Stealthy. The undercut has proved decisive. And the undercut attempt has worked out for Stealthy. He gets a little snap off the rear. JZ50 looks to be there as well. Actually, no, he's not, because Dennis is on the way ahead of him. And Stealthy again into the grass, onto the infield. We got to see how these two will end up. Meanwhile, as we see an AlphaTauri battle between Jamal and Elvis, there is YouTube in 8th. And that is Dominic. That is a Peugeot. That is Dominic. He has crashed on the way into the infield section of the track. And Dominic is out of this race. We got to see if that's going to be a safety car, because he's pretty much near the tarmac onto the outside retaining barrier there. And Stealthy and Dennis are going to go by him now. We got to see, is there a safety car? Probably not, because we are still green. We are on lap 12. He's been told to clear the car as quick as possible. And that's terrible for Dominic and the Peugeot team. He was doing so well at the start there when he was in 3rd. There goes his teammate JZ50. At least he is in 3rd at the moment. He's in podium position. But Stealthy over a second ahead of Dennis. Oh, did Stealthy make a small mistake? Approaching the chicane onto the back straightaway. Doesn't look like it, or has it? Stealthy is there, but Dennis has managed to catch up to him as well. RJ7 was just by in the background. And Dennis and Stealthy back close together again. How will this turn out? They're going to end up just under a second. 0.5 is what separate the two drivers. Now, Dennis has got DRS. In this bank turn 1. I'm going to approach the hairpin turn 2. And Dennis ahead of Stealthy. And he retakes the lead of the US Grand Prix. What a fight for these two drivers. It's been brewing these past few laps. And this is what got us going here. Onto this straight here at the infield. As Stealthy is starting to close in on Dennis now. Approaching this right-hander with all the sausage curbs. He has to be careful here. Let's see. Oh, and Stealthy's onto the grass. And he snapped the right rear. That's going to lose him more time. And maybe Dennis made a mistake as well. Look at this. Stealthy is back. Haas versus Alfa Romeo. Who's going to win out? Stealthy has got DRS. Round the outside of Dennis. And he's cleared them before they get to turn 2. And Stealthy retakes the lead of the United States Grand Prix for Haas. And they are side by side again. And Dennis could be retaking the lead here. Haas versus Alfa Romeo. Who's going to win out in this battle? And Stealthy hit a little bump there towards the straight. As that's the Red Bull of RJ7 just ahead of him. Blue flags will be waved for him shortly. And maybe Stealthy gone into the grass again. Stealthy has gone into the grass again. He's lost some time because he had a little slide there. Approaching the S's, and Pump has pitted again. And Stealthy, not sure if it was another slide. We got to see how they turn out at the end of this corner. And Dennis loses it. Dennis loses it out of the exit. Didn't get into the gravel, but he did get into the grass. Onto the chicane now, approaching the back straightaway. Onto turn 20. Let's see how these guys will end up. We are about to end lap 17 of the United States Grand Prix with turns 21 through 23. And it looks like Dennis has managed to clear himself of Stealthy, give him a bit of a breather there. But Stealthy is not willing to give that one up. 0.3 are what separate them. Stealthy goes around the outside of Dennis again. He did it the lap before. Now he's doing it now. And it looks like Stealthy. Has he managed to get through? Stealthy has gone through. But no, he's made a mistake. He's gone wide. Dennis is going to maintain the lead. But Stealthy does not want to give up this battle right here. As they approach the infield, he is still right behind him onto the straight. This isn't a DRS zone, so Stealthy has no extra advantage. Approaching this section of the track, the right-hander. Dennis takes it nice and clean. But no, Stealthy is wide onto the grass. He is wide again. And Stealthy is not going to gain any time. He's losing much more time than he has this entire race. 4th place Jamal has peeled into the pits. Meanwhile, Elwes and Pump are fighting for 5th. Looks like Pump has got into 5th. And Wolven King. That's the Aston Martin of Wolven King. Aston Martin now have a crash of their own. Owen Dennis gone into the gravel a little bit. But Wolven King is out of the United States Grand Prix. We have to see what's that. Is it going to be a safety car? Yellow flags are out. His car is now on the track and is going onto the gravel. It's going around. Safety car deployed, and immediately Dennis is going to peel into the pits. Stealthy is going to do the exact same thing. Dennis, after leading for relatively half the race, is now technically out of this race. A server glitch has denied him a chance of victory here. We thought that maybe Alfa Romeo could gain points on Haas, but it turns out that that is not the case. So no points for Alfa Romeo today. This is going to help Stealthy a lot now that his title rival Dennis is technically out of the race and he is leading. He could potentially regain the championship lead as yellow flags are out, and we got to see why that is the case. Safety car is back out on track. Wonder why that's the case. And Aggie has been potentially being held under investigation for overtaking under the yellow flags. We are under safety car conditions starting lap 23 now. And the safety car is out on track. Safety car is out on track at the moment. We are still under yellow flags, and Stealthy immediately responds to the safety car being there and immediately slows down, and he looks like he's ahead of the safety car. And as Aggie and YouTube, and Aggie with a slide, it could help YouTube, but Aggie looks like he's been instructed to go back, and Stealthy is waiting so the safety car can catch up again, as the safety car probably didn't see that one coming. Approaching the infield section, but Stealthy still ahead of the safety car. That could probably be a penalty. But no, Stealthy is dropping back. He's going to drop back behind the safety car. And so Stealthy up front could potentially retake the championship lead. JZ50 in second for Peugeot. And Pump in third for Red Bull. And Elwes and Jamal currently fourth and fifth for AlphaTauri. That's going to be good for them. YouTube in sixth for Ferrari. Aggie in seventh for Haas. RJ7, who is just pitting now, in eighth for Red Bull. Timmy now he's in eighth because RJ7 pitted. Now Timmy is in eighth for Ferrari. Aluminio completing the top 10. And Dennis had a server glitch. Very unlucky for him, as the safety car, it's coming in. Safety car is in. We thought we were going to end this race under safety car conditions, but the green flag is now out again as we are on the final lap of the United States Grand Prix. And Stealthy just needs to take this one home, sort of. But he can't really, because JZ50 is not far behind him. Only 2.3 seconds separate the two. Well, we got to see how they end up here. Well, the gap has increased to 3.2 seconds. Approaching the infield now. Pump retaining third for Red Bull. Trying to keep on to third. And all that the Stealthy needs to do is keep his car pointed in the right direction to retake the championship lead coming into this race. And approaching the S's now. And JZ50 is and Stealthy are pulling away. Stealthy currently holds the fastest lap, so he will get an extra point of that. And Timmy is out. He's going to go down. Well, actually, I don't think it's going to impact him. It's going to impact him because... Well, it's not going to impact him. It did impact him because he lost 8th. But he's not going to lose 9th because Aluminio's a lap down. As Stealthy comes out of turn 23 for the final time. Checkered flag. And Stealthy has won the United States Grand Prix. And with that, he retakes the Drivers' Championship lead. JZ50 on a second for Peugeot. And Pump is going to complete the podium in his second race in NIFL Formula 1. But we gotta see these guys, Jamal and Elvis, 4th and 5th for AlphaTauri. And there looks like Jamal is slowing down for Elvis. Looks like they're trying to cross the line together. We actually got to see if they manage to pull this one off. This could turn out to be an extremely hilarious finish. But Elvis takes 4th over Jamal. But that is a good finish for both AlphaTauri drivers. And as Aggie is crashed on the final lap. YouTube across the line in 6th. Looks like Aggie will finish in 7th. Unless if RJ7 gains on him. Timmy is going to finish in 9th because Aluminio is a lap down. We got to see, is it going to be 7th or 8th for RJ7? And it's 7th place for RJ7. Race packed with drama.